Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about varieties of topics which is related to AWS certifications. In my YouTube channel, I had already created the video courses for AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. I got many comments from most of you people asking for varieties of information like how I can prepare for my AWS certification, what are all the courses which I can make use of to prepare for my AWS certification. So all this information I am going to take you through this video. This is the consolidated effort where I will provide you with all the strategies which you can utilize in order to prepare for the AWS certification and some of the well known or well established certification courses across some of the learning platforms that is also put together, and also some important tips as the part of your exam. And recently AWS has introduced something called as certification paths. Previously in our series of videos we covered varieties of certifications related to various certification paths, but as official documentation from AWS we are going to look into the certification paths as well. Without further ado, let's slowly move towards what are all the various things. So what is the specific strategy which I can make use of when I prepare for the AWS certification exam? So this is well known to varieties of people. So I am one of the privileged person to hold all the AWS certification. In fact, I had cleared all the AWS certifications back in 2020, and now as the certification expiry days goes by 3 years, I was supposed to complete all the AWS certifications again. So in previous 3 to 4 months I sat for all the exams and I had cleared all the AWS certification exams again. So I am using this specific strategy. I hope this will be helpful for all of you as well. So first of all, when I start with the AWS certification, I must have to find the right course first. Say I'm selecting a specific AWS certification like AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner or AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. First, what you need to do, you need to find the right course in right learning platform. Of course, you need to pay some money out of your pocket. That is for sure. Some of the widest learning platforms are Udemy, Cloud Guru, Pluralsight, Cloud Academy, Labs. Lot of learning platforms are available over there. So you need to identify the right course which is having some good ratings and some decent amount of people already enrolled for that course. Once you do that, then what you need to do, you need to understand the concepts very clearly. That is very important. Nowadays when you are preparing, I was part of the certification writing committee very recently. So what I understood, it's like the AWS certification exam questions is not only like it will be testing your AWS knowledge, it will test your understanding capability towards AWS services. So you need to understand all the concepts very clearly. That is very, very important. Of course, you can do it for free. Then parallelly, at the time when you are preparing for the exam using this course, you need to do your hands-on. How you can do that? It is very simple. AWS is offering you a free tier account. So for 1 year you will be having some many of the services. Say tactically you can use S3 to some extent for free, EC2, T2 nano, T2 micro type of instances for free for the span of 1 year. So it is not mandatorily that all the services are free for you for 1 year. So you must incur some cost as well over there. So predominant services are covered as the part of the free tier account. So you need to be very conscious while using the AWS services. But this is very, very important. You must have to do hands-on while reading the course. That will provide you more grounded understanding towards the concepts. Once you do that, at the end of the course completion, you must have to find the right practice test. Again, the practice test is available in the widely available learning platforms like Udemy or so. You need to pay money for that. So up till 1 to 4 you need to involve, you need to spend some money. Once you did that, what you need to do, the fifth one, it's like I always used to do that. Say whenever you are giving the practice test, you will understand there are some or lot of gap areas there. So once you give the practice test, you will be provided with complete split up of how you performed, what are all the areas you performed well, what are all the areas you didn't performed well. understand those areas and try to fill in the gaps. This is very very important. If you do that, then the chances for passing the exam is very very high. This is always for free. So what you do, you understand, say I am while going through the practice test, after giving the practice test, you understand that you are not good in route 53, you are not good in big data services, you are not good in any specific service, then go ahead and watch the videos again in the course which you already enrolled, right? Once you did that, you are having the multiple opportunities within the AWS ecosystem, AWS certification ecosystem, which we call it as the AWS skill builder. This is completely free. You will be having lot of digital training material available in AWS skill builder. At the time when you are registering for your AWS certification exam, first initially it will go through the skill builder portal only. So once you, yeah, log into your certification portal, it will take you through skill builder, and then from skill builder only it will take you through your AWS certification portal where you register for your exam. So you will find lot of good digital training materials there. I will always recommend you to go through that. Once you did that, there is something called AWS sample exam questions. This is available to you in the AWS website itself. Say when while you are doing your Google search or something for specific AWS exam, where you will be finding lot of materials with exam guide and the sample exam questions. I strongly recommend you use this as the testing mechanism. How it is like, once you do all these things up till from step 1 to step 6, now you can open this sample exam question. There are 10 questions out there. So you try to answer those 10 questions and try to understand how much you are scoring. That is a kind of a good testing mechanism to understand whether you are capable enough to sit for the exam or not. This is one way. The other way, in the AWS skill builder, the official practice test all are free now. Previously when I discuss, it's like when I talk about 3 years later or previously 3 years before, we are having all these practice tests for $20. You need to pay for it, but anyway AWS is providing some free vouchers to enroll for the free practice test once you clear the exam. But nowadays everything is for free. This will be bit more higher, meaning it will be a real exam simulated scenario where you will be provided with 20 questions along with timer. Again, this is a strong indication or strong testing mechanism which you can utilize to understand whether you are ready for the exam or not. Once you do all these things, then finally you can very well book for your exam. See, don't forget to use 50% discount voucher. We talked about it in a greater extent in previous videos. So once you clear an AWS exam, you will be provided with a 50% discount voucher. So after your second exam, from your second exam onwards, you can very well utilize that 50% exam discount voucher. So this is the specific strategy. Important thing, you must have to repeat this for the second certification exam. See, don't stop with your first AWS certification. Once you achieve one of the certification, do it for the second. This specific strategy which I am using, I was a bit successful using this strategy, so it will be very useful for you people as well, right? Now we are going to discuss about what are all the courses which I can utilize to create or to solve or whatever it's like to clear the certification exams. These are all some of the specific courses which I listed it over here. This I found it very useful. Many other folks as well who had cleared the exam are also telling the same. Now, when we talk about the cloud practitioner, which is the foundational level of exam, I am having my own YouTube videos for this specific certification exam. I strongly recommend that because many people used my courses in YouTube and they cleared the exam. So you can also very well utilize that course. It's for free. Why I am recommending that? In YouTube you can watch the videos for free. If you go with Udemy or other learning mediums, then you need to pay some money for it. So for that case, you can use my own YouTube videos. There are some other YouTube videos as well available over there, so you can utilize that. Once you did that, you can use the Stefan Marak practice test on Udemy. That is one of the well known medium to test your ability or testing whether you are eligible to pass the exam or not, as I earlier mentioned. Now what you can do, these are all the things which I detailedly explained at point 6 to point 8. So this is the specific set of AWS skill builder materials. This is available in the AWS certification website as well. Sample exam questions, practice exam question test, exam preparation, digital training, everything is available there. I strongly recommend you people to utilize this exam. I will say it's an easy exam to pass. Now I'm moving on to the solution architect associate. I'm not taking you through reading through each and everything over here, so please take your time and understand whatever which is there in the screen. My recommendation is that I will recommend Adrian Cantrell's course for the solution architect associate. I mentioned it as R. Either you can use Adrian's course or you can use Stephen Marak course in order to pass your exam. Either one of these is enough for you to pass the exam, and then you can go for the practice test, John Bonso's practice test on Udemy. As usual, you can very well utilize the AWS skill builder materials. This exam complexity is the normal complexity, as it is well known. All associate level exams are normal complexity. Now I'm talking about developer associate. Again, we will be having the course from Adrian, or else you can utilize the Stephen Marak course on Udemy. Then again, you will be having a good decent practice test on John Bonso in Udemy as well. I will recommend that by using these mediums of materials, you can surely pass the exam. Again, this is going to be a normal difficulty. So for the sysops administrator associate as well, my recommendation will be same set of medium, same set of practice materials, and also the course materials which you can utilize to pass the sysops administrator associate exam. Again, this will comes under a normal difficulty category. Now I'm moving on to the specific specialty set. In terms of complexity, I'm trying to put together in that same sequence. So SAP on AWS specialty, it's an intermittent between the normal and hard category. So this is a recently introduced exam from AWS. So Riaz Samet course on Udemy is one good course which I utilized in order to pass this exam. So if you are practicing SAP on AWS, if you want to try this exam, I will strongly recommend this course for you. And this practice exam is also available, but it's like it's not that much rich, and it is not that much widely used with different people. But if you want to test your ability, then you can very well utilize this practice exam. I will say, based on your requirements, if you are very much interested to take a practice exam, then you can utilize this, or else you can go through this course alone and you can comfortably use skill builder materials, and then you can sit for the SAP on AWS specialty exam. And coming to the security specialty, again, we will be having a course by Adrian for security specialty. Again, this is under the R category. Either you can use Adrian's course or Stephen Marak course on Udemy. You will be having a practice test on Udemy for security specialty. You can very well utilize that. This is again going to be normal to hard, intermittent between normal and hard category. And coming to the database specialty, I will recommend this Udemy course from Stephen Marak and Rias for preparation, and also the practice exam from Stephen Marak for the practice. Again, as usual, you can utilize the skill builder materials. This comes under a hard category. This exam is not that much easy. It's a hard exam to pass. And the data analytics specialty, it is the data engineering related exam on AWS. There is a good course from Frank and Stephen Marak on Udemy. It's a good course, very good course actually. I used this to pass my data analytics specialty. So I will recommend this course and also the specific practice test there. It falls under the hard category. Now we are going to discuss about AWS machine learning specialty. This is a quite interesting exam. So my recommendation here, it's a new course, a completely different course from Mike Chambers. I recommend this. Why? Because even though if you are not from the AWS machine learning background, you can very well utilize this course and try to understand the machine learning basics, concepts, and everything. I mentioned and here, so you need to take this course and also this course in order to pass this exam in a very comfortable way. So you can utilize both these courses, and then there is a practice test which is available on Udemy from Frank Kane. You can utilize that. This is a harder category exam. This is not that much easier. This is one of the harder on the specialty category, right? And I am talking about advanced networking specialty. Advanced networking specialty exam, again I am recommending Adrian's course and Stephen Marak course. You need to utilize both of these exams, and there is a practice test on Udemy. This exam difficulty is insane. In fact, very recently I sat for this exam. I got a very severe headache after clearing this exam. Fortunately, I passed this exam on the first attempt. Recently, AWS introduced the newer version of advanced networking specialty. As per my understanding, This is the hardest of all the AWS exams which is available right now. Even this is harder than SA Professional and DevOps Professional. That's the reason why I am giving an insane difficulty for this specific exam. This exam needs lot of preparation. So prepare well and then sit for this exam. Right. Now we are going to talk about the professional certifications. DevOps Engineer Professional. Again, I will recommend Adrian's course and Stephen Marak's course, and you can utilize John Bonso's practice test on Udemy. This comes under a harder category of exam. And SA Professional, again, I will recommend Adrian's course and Stephen Marak's course, and you can utilize John Bonso's practice test there. Right? This also falls under the harder category of the exam. With this, we completed all the set of AWS certifications exams and what are all the courses which you can utilize in order to pass the exam. Now, some other important tips. I need to provide you with some other important tips. First important tip is don't jump the gun. Why I am trying to say that, don't over prepare, don't under prepare. You know whether you are ready for the exam or not. Using the first 8-step process, you can comfortably know whether you are ready for the exam or not. So use that, prepare well, test your knowledge, ensure that you are capable enough with all the topics which is required for the exam, then sit for the exam. My always recommendation is that time is very very important. Don't under prepare, don't over prepare. If you think you are not ready, you are always having the option to rework. As I mentioned, you can do the same 8-step procedure, start from the beginning, repeating the show. You can repeat the show, start watching the course content, do more practice exam. By doing so, you will be ready for the exam. Say, what if the course content is very lengthy? Say my course is having 15 hours of time, 20 hours of time. Very well, you can utilize the option of speeding up the videos, 1.25x speed or 1.5x speed. You can utilize that. Most of the learning platforms, even in YouTube, you are having the option to speed up your video. So watch the video in higher speed. So within short duration of time, you will be able to complete the videos. Right, more practice will give you more chances to pass the exam on the first attempt. This is very very important. So practice more. Plan an exam strategy. Typically it is like what I would say, when you are sitting for the exam, most probably it is like exam question difficulty will be varying. You will get a easy question, you will get a medium difficulty question, you will get a hard difficulty question. Simple idea is that at the time when you are going through the question, if you finding it so hard, don't spend more time on it. Mark for it for review and then go to the other questions. Once you complete the exam, then you can come back and work on the marked exam questions. By doing so, you will save some lot of time and you will be having more time to work on the tougher questions. That's very important. See, at any chance, don't miss any of the easy questions in your exam. That will give you more chances of passing. So these are all some minimalistic strategy which you can work towards to, that will help you in passing the exam. And another important thing, there is an opportunity to get 30 minutes extra time on the exam if you belong to non-native English speaking nation. So considering India as an example, if you belong to India, India is a non-native English speaking nation. So you can very well use the 30 minutes extra time. In one of our videos, I had provided a detailed description on how you can get this allocation of 30 minutes extra on your exams. I will post the link for that YouTube video along with this video as well. So finally, one important message to pass or fail doesn't matter, only experience matters. So prepare for it. That experience of preparing for the AWS exam is very very important. Now, as we already discussed, here is the AWS certification journey, certification paths, which is recently introduced by AWS. Here you can see, it is like, for the various different specific tracks. Say I am a solution architect, what are all the AWS certifications which I can take? So this is the journey for you. So you can start with Cloud Practitioner, and then you can write the SA associate, then you can write the SA professional. If you want to dive deep, then you can write the security specialty. this is how they put together. This is very valid. This is they prepared, AWS prepared this based on the industry experience after going through a lot of iterations. When you are an application architect, this is the track for you. So you can try SA associate, developer associate, and then DevOps professional. If you want to dive deep, you can very well utilize the solution architect professional. So if you are a cloud data engineer, typically if you are practicing data engineering on AWS, data analytics specialty is the wisest exam, but always we strongly recommend going through some associate exams before appearing for the specialty level exams. So this is the track. These are all the exams which you can try. Say if I'm a software development engineer, this is the track. You can very well sit for the DevOps professional exam. That is the hardest of the specific track. Say if I'm a system admin, say like a sysops admin or something, you can use sysops administrator associate. If you want to dive deep, you can utilize the DevOps professional. Say if I'm a cloud engineer, then very well you can sit for sysops admin and security specialty. If you want to dive deep, you can utilize advanced networking specialty or DevOps engineer professional. Say I'm a testing engineer, I'm doing quality engineering on top of AWS, you can utilize developer associate and DevOps professional. Say if you are a DevOps engineer, it's an usual thing, right? Whenever you are practicing DevOps on top of AWS, altogether the utilization you must have to typically use DevOps professional, developer associate, sysops associate kind of exams. Say if you are a DevSecOps engineer, meaning if you are practicing DevOps in a more secured way within the AWS ecosystem, altogether you can try DevOps professional and security specialty. Say if you are a security engineer, then security specialty is the good exam for you. But altogether, if you want to deepen your knowledge, you can try DevOps professional and advanced networking specialty. Say if you are a security architect, again solutions architect professional along with security specialty can be a right choice. Altogether, for a networking engineer, advanced networking specialty is one of the good exams which you can try along with security specialty for deep diving. Say if you are practicing machine learning in AWS, then machine learning specialty will be your destination track. While going through that, you can utilize the associate, solution architect associate, or developer associate, or sysops associate as the bounding pillars. So you can build on it, and then finally you can sit for the machine learning specialty exam. So these are all some specific good certification tracks which is released by AWS, which will be helpful for you to sit for the exam and have a track, a proper track for you, right? So with this we come to end of this specific video. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please do share, subscribe, please click on the like button. You do write lot of comments for me so that I can improvise myself. I will provide you with some of the videos on the specific contents as well. So do all these things. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.